every year we used to stay at the same hotel, and it was run by an elderly woman and her daughter, and they used to go, their holiday was Spain, and she collected these big Spanish dolls with all the big costumes, and she gave me little toys, little things to play with when we went there. And when you used to have the evening meal, there used to be a man that used to come round and take each person's individual photos and then sell them in like a key ring or like a tiny little frame. And Dad's got a collection of all these little pictures. And every breakfast I used to swap eggs with Cyril for some reason, I can't remember. When Cyril was asked, the story he would say the most was the time that I was on the pleasure beach, and it was like a big ship, and there was like gangplanks that would move as you walked, and I just screamed apparently, and Dad had to put me on his shoulders, and I was carried round and carried out. There was a nice ride, like a gondola, and you go through caves, and that was quite calm. That was quite nice. I was alright with that. And we remember the horrible laughing clown. And there was one ride we went on. It's called the Gold Mine, and it was like a roller coaster ride, but it was inside, so it was even more scary. The last time we went, it was about 16, 17 years ago. We got Mum, Dad, Uncle Cyril, still alive, he came too, and we got Chris and his then girlfriend Angela. And we got up in the mornings, me and Nigel, because I wanted to see a car show on the pier. And we walked on the beach. It was quite early, it was before breakfast, about 6 o'clock in the morning. And Nigel just wrote on the beach, will you marry me? We used to go to Blackpool 2 times a year, in the summer and for the illuminations in about October and September. We went for about 7 years on the run, because my auntie Dottie and us all loved going. I was quite young when we started to go, 4 or 5. And we stopped going when Chris was born, when I was 10. I used to save my pocket money up the whole year just to go and spend it on these 2 times whenever we went, because they got a store called Lewis's. It was a really big toy store, and I bought my one and only Barbie from there, and no one else had got a Barbie like her, because she got gripping hands, and she came with like a Coke bottle and a tray and a telly and a radio that she could carry. And Dad put her on a rock on the beach for me, and it got like a little puddle around it, and it looked like she was a life-size person. It was a really good photo. And one year I saved up for a country camper. They got one in the window, but it was on display and they wouldn't let me buy it. So instead of buying something else, I said I was just going to go home, take my money home and come back next time. And Dad stopped at St Anne's, this really tiny, dingy little store, and they'd got a country camper there, so I bought that. I was quite pleased. I used to buy stacks of Barbie stuff. I bought the Barbie garden, Barbie swimming pool, Barbie this, Barbie that. And I just used to keep them in the boxes. I just very rarely played with them. It's just like they were just pristine. Just like almost like collecting them. It was only Barbie that I played with to death until her arms and legs dropped off. St Anne's, Dad bought my first bottle of perfume there. It was called Royal Secret, and he asked the woman, you know, what one would be good for, you know, a little girl. And I had that perfume for ages. Did the same sort. And he bought it in a glass bottle with the demister kind of thing, with the tassels on as well. And me and Nigel went back recently, and the store is exactly the same. I don't think they've changed. I don't think the staff have changed. Everything was exactly the same. Like touched at us when we walked through, because we got sand. We'd been walking on the beach and we didn't realise it was like plush carpet in there, and we got left sandy footprints all the way up the stairs. Like tutted. Yeah, so this hasn't changed at all. Auntie at one time, Auntie and Mum used to sunbathe on the rocks. It's like a slope, instead of just going down onto the beach where it's crowded. And one time there was like green slime on it, and I don't think Auntie had noticed, and she slid all the way down from the top. And I put my arm out to stop her, but I didn't manage to. And apparently I shouted, "Ooh, Dorothy," which was weird coming from a 6-year-old. But she was left black and blue. But she was alright. They just laughed about me calling her "Ooh, Dorothy." When we used to get there every week, the first night of the week, Dad and Cyril would go out and book all the shows. They'd book the circus, and we'd see Charlie Caroli. And then they booked the ice show, and they booked some cabarets on the pier and on the tower. So they used to have a show every solitary night. I can remember seeing Danny LaRue. I can't remember any others really, but I can remember seeing Danny LaRue.